Aries, welcome back to the Guiding Chariot and welcome to your mid-season reading. Alright, house rules still apply, my lovelies. I hope you're all doing well. This will be a general reading for all Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Take the messages as they resonate. Anything that doesn't serve you, leave it on the table. Just means it was for somebody else. Alright, my loves, so here we are, Taurus season checkup. We're about halfway, pretty much 2 weeks left until we move into Gemini season. This particular Taurus season for you guys, it may be feeling kind of slow. Especially for you. I mean, hello. Hi, Aries. So don't let that get to you. It may just feel a little slow. Enjoy the extra downtime. It won't be like that for long. Plus, if I remember, I believe Mars is still in Cancer. Cardinal sign like you, but definitely not one of the faster moving signs. I will say, if you are feeling like there's been some tension or there's been conflict coming your way, try not to dwell on it for too long is the best thing I can say. Also, you know, if you have been experiencing conflict, if there's been extra tensions and you're like, what is going on? I would say the easiest way to kind of like smooth it over and move through it and get past it, first of all, take responsibility for the part that's yours. And I'm not saying any of it is yours, but if there's a part that you played in that, just take responsibility, accept it, and be like, you know what, I could have done that better. If you look at it and really, like, none of that is yours, and it's completely someone, you know, reacting or overreacting maybe, definitely just move on. Like, that is the big thing with any tension you're feeling right now. Take responsibility for what's yours, and what's not, you let that go. This was really meant to be kind of a slower time for you. And what do we have here? The Lovers in reverse. First card out. Alright. This is an interesting card to come up in reverse. The Lovers cards, yes, obviously can totally speak to a connection or a relationship, but it's also a choice, and I feel like that's a little more prevalent right now. Having it come up in reverse, it almost feels like we are in need to make a decision. We need to be clear, but we might be so fuzzy. Maybe we don't really know what it is we want, right, Aries? We also have the Queen of Swords coming out. This is this is like the energy, not even a energy. It's the energy of discernment. Making things very black and white, right? The Queen of Swords, there's not much gray with her. Either it is or it isn't. It serves me or it hurts me. And, you know, what serves me can stay. What hurts me is about to get stabbed, right? So there's a real definitive need to be clear and direct with possibly your decision-making, definitely your communication. That, honestly, having to do with communication, not only because we're dealing with swords, but we do have Mercury retrograde coming up at the end of the month, right? Still a while off, but the sooner we can get balls rolling now, the easier it'll be. If we wait too long, especially if we start to initiate things during retrograde, it'll be a little trickier. It won't be awful, right? So many people think, oh, I can't make decisions during retrograde. It's bad. Like, that's not what it means. So you could totally still start something during a retrograde, or especially during Mercury retrograde. But it just means you need to be even more focused, right? The chance to miss something or someone to misunderstand is greater during a retrograde. So if you can sort yourself out now, so you can clearly explain your needs or your wants or your desires, the direction you're going in, the clearer you could be now, and the sooner you can communicate that to others, the better. So we have the Three of Swords. Oh, sorry. I'm over here like, We have the Three of Swords in reverse, though. This is beautiful. So healing from some type of emotional pain. And then we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Three of Wands. So 2 threes, both in reverse. So threes may be significant on some level, but this honestly could explain why we're holding back a little bit. We're still healing from something, right? This Three of Swords may even be just kind of heavier heavier emotions for some of you, not necessarily hurt and pain and moving forward, right? Some of these feelings could be even regret or doubt, fear, things like that. I'm glad to see it in the reverse because I don't want you to be in that space. So we're definitely moving forward from it. Some of you may still be wrapping it up, right? It may not necessarily be completely gone and unaffecting you. I feel like that may be part of the reason why we're kind of holding back a little bit, my lovely, lovely Aries. Because again, we have this Three of Wands in the reverse. And this is normally a card of action, right? This is where we start to take our thoughts and our intentions and put some effort behind them, put some physical action and make some things happen, right? So it's almost like you make the decision, then we start to act, right? But here we haven't made the decision, so we can't act, right? So actually, bottom of the deck, another Three of Cups. So this may have to do with a group of people. It doesn't have to be a large group of people, but it's definitely people you know. Maybe you were working with someone or a few people and something happened. There was tension in that group that's causing this kind of step back. Even the color story as I look at these 4 cards, okay, that was, I don't know if you could see that on the camera, but I don't know if those 2 cards like literally got wedged up in my hand. They were like sitting, like they were like just stuck sitting in my hand like this. Like I was palming them while I was shuffling. And I was like, you must, what are you doing? Are you coming? Like, let me see. Yeah, oh my god, Aries. I love this. Okay, before we talk about these, I want to say what I was going to say with these. The color story here, you can kind of see, we start off kind of like this neutral with a little bit of gold, right? You can kind of see it's kind of like a greeny gray, and then we've got a little gold from this sun up top. And then we go straight into these like grays and purples. So I think this, we've kind of walked into a funk, right? Everything was kind of going okay, then we had a little tension point, things got a little bluer, a little grayer, a little bleaker. We're turning that back again. So even though this card is in reverse, right, because we still need to sort ourselves out, it's back to gold again. Something about that color pattern, like getting brighter and more radiant, tells me we're moving in a good direction. And granted, the Three of Swords in reverse kind of told me we were going in a new direction. We have here this Page of Pentacles as well as this Ace of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful energies. So this Page of Pentacles in the center tells me you're doing a lot of growing right now, which is beautiful. We want that. There also may be a new beginning for you as well, or some type of project that's developing. I almost wonder, because I keep looking at this little owl in this particular card, and it does make me think that maybe if there was someone, if you were with someone at the beginning of this, whether this is a work project or whether we are talking about a relationship, it's almost like this person, you two reconnect, whether you come back to this person or you reach out to that, or they reach out to you, either way, it doesn't really matter, but it looks like the two of you are kind of reconnecting, coming back together. And if this wasn't felt before, it definitely will be felt now. Or if this, was present then, it's still present now, right? We have this pure Ace of Cups coming in. So again, could be romantic, could be business, take it as it resonates, but it looks like you have this chance again to kind of build something. And build something you will. I almost feel like what happened here and what's happening here are unrelated. Like it's the same story, but it's like this pairing may have broken up not because of this. Like it just happened to go different ways, and then this happened, which kind of puts you in a different place. And now you're kind of recovering and coming out of that. And now the two of you kind of come back together. It doesn't, I think for the most of you, I don't think this pairing, if this is a pairing, right? Because this could just be you developing your own thing. But I feel like if this is a pairing coming back together, so especially if this is a relationship, I don't think this, what happened here, is a split in this relationship. Like I feel like you guys split on completely different, like unrelated things. And then we have the Ace of Swords. This is that clear communication we need to get to. Perfect. So 2 aces in a row. But this is the one, honestly, this is the one we wanted to see, where the decision is made, the thinking is clearer, the logic is back, the direction can be seen, right? So, just to kind of finish what I was saying about this pairing, like I said, if this is a union of some sort, if you've been wanting a second chance with a person, if you've been thinking of another person, and like I said, this is for, you kind of were already in union and then split. This isn't just like unrequited love, I've been thinking about this person. This is literally someone I was getting to know, or I was actually with. We went separate ways, but I still wonder what would happen, or I want this person back. It looks like there is an opportunity for this person to return. So and it can go either way. Either they reach out to you or you reach out to them. Aries, knowing you and how much initiative you take, I think is a good chance that you probably reach out to them if you've been thinking about them. The communication card is showing up in your reading, so it's a good nod to that. But yeah, it looks like you've definitely gone through a bit of a reset, but it's good, nice healing. But now it's like, now you're like returning fresh. You're returning anew, you're returning more powerful. Again, that same move where the card like got stuck in my palm. 8 of Wands, movement, speed, more communication, messages coming in. So piggybacking on that Ace of Swords. So there is definite communication opening back up again. Okay. Aries, first you had 2 3s, now we have 2 aces, now we have 2 8s. So you just had the 8 of Wands, and now we have the 8 of Swords, which I kind of just want to clarify. Actually, bottom of the deck, 4 of Swords. It's perfect clarification, we're going to take that. Strength card underneath that, we're taking that. And then Ace of Wands, drive, perfect. All the clarification we needed. So, like I said, things opening back up, communication reopening between you and this other person, or you and this project. 8 of Wands, again, piggybacking on that whole energy. But then we have the 8 of Swords, which is it's an energy of feeling stuck, feeling trapped, feeling held back. Honestly, that's not going to be the case for you. This 4 of Swords and the Strength card tells me you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to overthink this. You're not actually stuck. You don't need to be in fear. You can trust that this is going to be genuine. You can trust this is going to go in a positive direction, and that what you are seeking for is going to happen. Hey, sorry about that, Aries. Had to do some editing there. Anyway, we're back. So yes, definitely. There we are. When it comes to communication, when it comes to reaching out, when it comes to reconnecting, do not overthink it. There's no need to filter anything. There's no need to doubt anything. There's no need to, I just want to say there's no need to hesitate, right? And I get it, there can be all kinds of different fears associated with this. Rejection, repeats of maybe what happened up here. And, all stuff that's, scary and uncomfortable and definitely falls into the unknown. But literally, once this shift happens, it's almost like you kind of like rededicate to something or return to this connection here, whatever this is. Look how many, there's a complete shift in this reading where we're unfocused, unbalanced, we have all these reversals, right? And then literally we get to the heart of it, and then you have 2 aces, speed and swiftness. And the only thing that leaves any type of resistance is this 8 of Swords, but that only exists in the mind. And this is probably residue from what's happening up here. So this, honestly, is a bit of an illusion anyway. So big positive shift coming as we move forward, as we move through the rest of this season. And then you also have the relics of Lemuria. Can you see that? Sorry, probably holding it all over the place. Dun, 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 dun. Prompt reads fragments, memory, stop it. And reclaiming, yes, something very important is returning to you. I feel like this always happens in a reading, and then people be like, oh, but I don't want this person back. I don't want da-da-da-da-da-da-da. If you don't want the person back, then you already have your answer, right? That's not what this reading's talking about, right? You're not going to reclaim something you intentionally didn't want, So if that's you, do not worry about that. That is not what is returning. And even if that returns at the same time, you already have your answer for that. You already know to, yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, I don't want this. So don't get hung up on that, especially because I know some people get worried about Mercury retrograde, thinking all the exes are going to come back out of the woodworks. Don't worry about it. And again, if something does return that you don't want, you just let it go, right? A fisherman doesn't have to catch every single fish. You can throw the small ones back in, okay? But this is a great sign that something that you have been thinking of, maybe reminiscing over, right? Because we have that memory in there as well. You're getting a second chance, right? Something is coming back again to give you a second chance. And it, honestly, starting with the Lover's card, it could be a second chance at love. It doesn't have to be. Oh, okay, we're gonna take those. But it definitely stands a good chance. And what do we have? Stop it. First card, Time Machine. Yeah. What did I say? You're getting another chance. And then Beyond the Ordinary. Beautiful. And you know, I think this just speaks to the evolution. And actually, look at that. You got 3 and 45. Makes a perfect run. 3, 4, 5. So you had 2 3s. You had two aces, which would be like 2 1s and 2 8s. So 3, 1, 8. You also have a 3, 4, 5. So any of those number series could be great synchronicities for you as you close out the rest of this month. But Time Machine, honestly, it just feels so indicative of this second chance. It's like everything comes back around. So you might see the same pattern replay, things that you've gone through before happening again. I don't want to say like deja vu, but maybe for some of you, if this is past life stuff, maybe it is deja vu. I don't know. But it just feels like you're going through a positive do-over. It's not like you're being tested again or being checked if you learned the lesson. It's just like something happened, and it feels like something interrupted it, but it's just coming back around. You're just getting another go at it. I don't know why I'm getting so tongue-tied in this reading. I'm like, nah, 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 nah. And then here with this Beyond the Ordinary, this is really it just gives me this idea where like it's so good you can't even quantify it. Like it's so good there aren't words, right? Which honestly makes sense. If it has lingered in your memory for so long, it made quite an impression, right? And nothing plain and common is going to do that. So honestly, if it feels too good to be true, it's just because it's amazing, right? Like it really is that. Like if it feels too good to be true, guess what? It actually is that good. Like it's almost like you want to find how this isn't real. You want to find how this isn't actually genuine. And you can't. Like it's going to be bigger and better than you ever believed, right? With this Beyond the Ordinary. It literally is beyond the ordinary. Like the awareness that, I'm like, how do I want to word this? It's just that the awareness that it is what it is. Like it should be this way. Even if the way it is just doesn't make sense. It's like it's too perfect and too pure to be real. You had 2 aces pop up in the reading, and we saw the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Like you have some pretty pure, potent energies around you and coming towards you. So honestly, it could feel too good to be true and beyond the ordinary. But it is. Like you don't have to doubt it. You don't need to second guess it. We had that 4 of Swords come out with the Strength card, which again is about kind of quieting the mind. So huge shift as we close out the month and close out this season. So we've got a little healing. Might feel a little slow, maybe a little stagnant currently, or has been. It won't be that way forever. But once things start to shift, and again this connection opens up again, right? And honestly, this feels like a big turning point because it is also sitting in the middle of your read. Once that happens and things pick up and the pace changes and everything feels really good again, don't let the conditioning of what happened in the past make you question it, make you doubt it, or don't worry that the floor is about to fall out on you, because it's not going to happen. Enjoy it, embrace it, and revel in it. You've earned it. You literally have earned it, because what it was then was genuine, and it just feels like there was a little derailment, and now it's coming back again, because it is true. It's meant for you, right? And what's meant for you will never pass you by. It's just, it took a you and came right back to you. All right, my loves? I'm going to end your reading there. Take care. As always, I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the love and support you send me and my channel. If you like this reading, make sure to smash that like button. Leave a comment down below and let me know how it resonated with you. It's definitely the most important part for me. And if you're not already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when your next reading is up, Aries. Until next time, take care. Stay safe. I love you guys. See you in your next reading.